It's not harassment if he's hot. That's what one girl I dated mentioned to me about guys in the past that would approach her at the gym. And because I asked her, I said, look, if a guy approaches you at the gym, do you consider that harassment? And she just looked at me and she said, well, it's not harassment if he's hot. So I decided to do this video on explaining this whole concept, but most importantly is, how do you know she thinks you're hot? And I'm gonna reveal the secret on that one, all right? So keep watching because that's what I'm gonna get into. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right. It's not harassment if he's hot. Okay. So a couple things with this video in terms of takeaways that I want you to get out of this. One, I'm going to explain how do you know when a woman thinks you're hot? So I'm gonna get into that first. And then second, I'm gonna go into some things to encourage you and help you have the confidence to do more cold approach. Okay, so first, not gonna beat around the bush on this one, is the smile test. Okay, this has been done there's been studies that have shown this, and my own personal experience is this. When you first approach a woman, she doesn't know you, it's cold approach. Depending on the size of her smile will determine your hotness. So there's only 3 types of smiles that she's going to give you. If it's a big, high reaction when she first sees you, you first approach her, that means she thinks you're hot. If it's kind of a neutral smile, she's kind of unsure, right? If she's not smiling at all, nope, she's not attracted to you. And you might think, Silver Bachelor, come on, it can't be that easy. Yes, it is that easy. And then very quickly, I'm going to give you an example, okay? And this happens to me, right? I've been told that I'm handsome. I've been told I'm good looking to some women, but I'm not all women's type, okay? I am bald. I'm an older guy, and I'm 5'7". I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And here's a perfect example, right? Just recently, I was flying for my work, and I went to the airport, and I look over to one side, and I saw, no shit, I saw Emily Blunt look-alike. I was completely, not starstruck, but Emily Blunt is one of my celebrity crushes. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, okay? For whatever reason, there's something about her. I find her very attractive, even at her age. But this woman was a younger version of Emily Blunt. I couldn't believe it. The hair, the eyes, the skin, the facial structure, everything. I was just like, oh my God, right? Sitting there, no man approached her at all. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go right up to her. So I go right up to her and I said, hi. And she looked at me and she didn't smile. So instantly I knew the attraction wasn't there. Doesn't matter. I said, hi, I'm sure you've heard this before, but damn, you look exactly like Emily Blunt. And she kind of said, oh, yeah, thanks. I don't know what they see in that, but I don't think so. And I said, no, you really look a lot like Emily Blunt. And I just wanted to come over and say that to you. And I hope you have a great flight. And she said, okay. And then she turned back to her phone, right? So the reason why I'm sharing this example is 2 things. First, just because she was absolutely gorgeous and I was like having all butterflies in my stomach, I was like, my God, I did not get intimidated. And I encourage you guys, doesn't matter how pretty she is, doesn't matter anything. You still approach, because why not? What do you have to lose? What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is what happened to me. She just wasn't into me. But some of you guys keep pushing it, keep trying to pursue. And you're not necessarily going to be everyone's cup of tea, like I said, right? I could have kept trying to get her attention. I could have tried to keep the conversation going. But within seconds, I knew she wasn't into me because her smile wasn't big. And that's how I know in terms of hotness. I know if a woman finds me hot is the size of her smile. And then right away, when I see that smile go, ba-doing, then I continue the conversation, okay? So in terms of the next part, in terms of cold approach, right? So many of you guys are nervous. You rely on dating apps, and you tell me in the comments, I want to hear from you, are mostly a freaking waste of time, okay? My time, look at me. I find it a waste of time. Like, you're swiping left, you're swiping right, whatever, and then how many dates are you really getting out of that? And what's the time that you spend on it versus the outcome, okay? I've had way better outcome with cold approach. It's a numbers game, and you might be thinking, well, Silver Bachelor, how many women I have to approach? Okay, how many swipes are you doing right or left and getting nothing? At least cold approach, you have much better odds. You know why you have better odds? Because no guy's doing that. Guys are not cold approaching anymore. And how I know this is because Fresh and Fit podcast, one time he had a panel of these women. Well, he always has a panel of women, right? But this one particular time, he asked them, he's like, how often do you get approached in a given week? Like, respectfully approached at the grocery store, at the airport, wherever. And these women were all gorgeous. And the average amount was anywhere from 1 to 4 times per week that a dude actually would have the balls to approach them, cold approach. So even if she's not into you, no one's doing that. And women love cold approach. They go, wow, this guy had the balls to come up to me. Even if she's not into you, she's still impressed, okay? Because just men don't do that. And I'm not talking bars, right? And clubs and nightclubs, whatever. I'm talking grocery store, you're walking down the street, you're at the park, just in that type of cold approach. So I wanted to do this video just to encourage you, right? That at the end of the day, don't be afraid of cold approach. And in terms of the harassment part, okay, I'll just leave you with this. If she finds you hot, you can get away with way more than most men. So I also encourage you, when you're on your first date, second date specifically, push the boundaries in a respectful way, right? Be the first one to touch her. I know I've said in many of my videos that I typically want to wait and have them touch me first. I think I'm going to change that, because especially if I sense that they're attracted to me, that I might as well go for it. You know, you might as well go for asking them if they want to come over to your place for a nightcap. The first night, second night, you want to touch them, you want to go for the kiss, because if she's, again, you need to make sure though that smile is like this. If it's not a big smile, she's not looking at you with this huge smile, she's ultimately not really into you, okay? So, hope you like this video, and we'll see you next time.